so long it's like alchemy.
It's Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, second matchup against this Minnesota team led by Jimmy Butler, Taj Gibson. They definitely have a new look to them and a new toughness, man. So we got to get one preseason game, right? Right? All right, well, stay tuned. So right off the gate, they were sloppy again. This first highlight here is actually a travel call from Karl-Anthony Towns, but I just want to show you what you're dealing with this 7-footer. The agility, the length, and he can hit that three, believe that, and you're going to see he establishes the drive early in this one. Jimmy Butler playing like a free safety, interceptions, turnovers were the story early, and then a soft touch foul and one. And I don't know if, I don't know what they're doing in their off time in China. I think there's a lot of distractions, and I think they're pacing themselves. Look at Steph with the phantom defense back to Teague. He doesn't want to get spun around. Nice little dish to Cat for the dunk. Now, Zaza, look at this. This is a new little layup package, if you will, for him. A nice little flip. He only played 15 minutes, but he did Zaza-type things in those 15 minutes. And then Clay, he's almost too fast for the camera sometimes. Gets it off, yeah. Don't worry, he made that, and he was making them all night. Clay, I feel like, has been the best warrior of the starters preseason. Jimmy Butler is kind of running the point for him. Teague, not exactly a floor spacer, but Jimmy Butler has the ball in his hands a lot, and he's showing the ability to create and pass for others more than I expected you see Taj Gibson get to the line there. Now, I read an article saying that this is the most explosive Steph Curry's ever been. He worked on his strength, and it showed in this first half, man. His ability to take contact and get to the rim. You see Draymond with the Brian Hoyer pass completely missing the – oh, no, wait, that's the Niners. Draymond had some of his typical home run misses in this one. And turnovers were early and often. But you remember Cat had taken Zaw off the dribble a couple times here now. So watch Zaw kind of hesitate here. He doesn't want to rush at him, and that allows him the time to get off the three with that Sam Perkins flick. And he has the whole package offense. Look at Zaw slipping with a little bow there. KD had a weird first half, man. He was frustrated. He was playing kind of lethargic, and he was kind of complaining, and it just wasn't a good look. We all know, about his off season. And then, here's more Karl-Anthony Towns. This time JaVale on him. Look at him just elevate with JaVale's hand in his face. Not really an elevate, but it's such a quick, feathery release from a 7-footer. But what I like about JaVale is, one, know yourself, JaVale. This is not you. You do not have a fadeaway. But what I do like about it is his competitive juices. JaVale never backs down. Karl-Anthony Towns was giving it to him on the offensive end, and so he goes down. He tries to give it back to him. And that competitive spirit don't ever change, JaVale. I love that, despite him being very limited offensively. I was also impressed with Steph on the defensive end, man. Look at him. They switch. No, they don't communicate, and he's just shown a better ability to keep guys in front of him. And I think it may have to do with the strength. They forced the turnover. We give it right back. McCaw has been very passive. He was so good in Summer League. He hasn't done really anything in these first 3 preseason games. Here's another example on the offensive end. Again, not settling, fighting through some traffic, and that's an awkward finish, but I will take it. And then shout out Joey Pockets, Joe Lacob, making the trip to China, probably the best owner in the league. Now, one thing about JaVale is watch him telegraph this screen. You see how he sets it too soon? So the defender can just slide right around him. We all know he's going to finish well around the rim. But, that's something he needs to work on as far as his skill set. But his energy and his competitive nature is always there. Look at him block that on the chase down and then run the floor. Here's Steph, more taking contact, but this energy, some of these things aren't measured, right? That's an offensive rebound, but the energy he brings to the game is really priceless at times, and then it's always a good sign to see Iguodala willing to shoot the 3 ball this early in the season, and then he hits it. I will take it. So here we go, winding down the first quarter, and Jimmy Butler once again running point. He showed the ability time and time again to get in the paint, suck it in, and create for others. This time it's Nemeja Bajajaka. God, I butchered his name. But look at the score. They hung a 44 on us like they're at the Staples Center. Shout out the logo. Second quarter, KD, like I said, he was just moving lethargic, and it wasn't necessarily the turnovers, but it was the fashion that he turned the ball over, and then kind of his body language after. He stopped playing. But this was really a tone setter right here. When the guy with the worst knees on the team's willing to hit the floor in preseason, it lets everybody else know, like, hey, fellas, maybe I want to play a little harder. Right? It wasn't nothing crazy, but when Ig hits the floor, he likes to preserve himself. It's a little bit of a statement. Now here we go, KD again. Tyus Jones jumps in, and then watch KD with the soft challenge at the rim. Lucky he didn't get an and one. And at this point, it kind of activated Killer KD here. Watch Steph jump the passing lanes. There was a series of minutes where he was really frustrated. He threw this nasty dunk down, and he was barking at people. He hit a couple mid-range jumpers. But, you know, that's all right. I like it when KD, like I said, is playing a little bit angry. Now, usually team strategy is to help middle and force them middle. Steph forces him baseline. David West, perfect timing. I don't know if that's a specific scouting report on Wiggins or not, but look at him reward OG at the rim and one. And this is when they really started to flex on him here in Shanghai, and the crowd was very pro-Warriors. Now, everybody loves Jamal Crawford's handle, but the secret is he carries the ball every time he does it. The rule is you cannot suspend the ball. You cannot bring your hand under the ball while you're dribbling, but he does it. But because of his fluidity and his reputation, he gets away with it. You see right there? It's ever so slight. Isaiah Thomas does it very well, too. Both of them get away with it on a nightly basis. The 37-year-old getting buckets. Now, Steph crosses people a little differently, right? It's based off footwork and the threat of releasing the shot, and his confidence was just on 100 from the start. Look at him rip Cat, and then he's like, I brought the range to China just to test the range in China. Cat's good, but does he got a big old... I'm going to let y'all finish that one. More Steph, one of his 3 steals. And when the chef's in the cushion, he's got the recipe book out. He's using every spice he's got. Clay, corner, 3-ball. And something that I really marvel at is Clay Thompson's footwork, man. Now watch this next play here. It's not the pump fake. It's that little toe tap. It's the way he sets his feet that sells that ball fake. And then it's all splashed from there as the third quarter was just super dominant. Young Karl Anthony Towns, oh, he wasn't ready for the double team in the corner. So the defensive aggression really throttled up in the second half. Look at Zal leading the break, and at this point, Steph probably doesn't even have to look in the hoop to let this thing go. 6 threes on the night. Up, got to respect the ball fake. Look at him drive, and he could probably get that floater over Mount Everest. And the Chinese crowd enjoying the golden boy, Steph Curry. There was a pun in there somewhere. Take another look, man. That is tough as hell over the 7-footer. And you know Draymond loves busting pipes, because that's what pressure does. And he was all over everybody in this second half. In Minnesota, just honestly, they got hit with the 3-point barrage, and they could not match the intensity of this championship team. And now, thoughts from Clay. Why doesn't the crowd want my shoes signed? I'm China Clay. Maybe it's because they look like they're from Kmart, and they're vomit colored. All right, back to the action. Jordan Bell finally gets in this game late. I felt like Kerr kept the starters in there a little too long, but he takes the body bump and finishes. And I don't think the kid has made a mistake on the floor yet. He's been in limited action, but he's going to steal minutes. Look at him. We already know about the blocking prowess, right? And he takes those half stutter steps, and he's ready to uncork and unleash at any time. Look at him here. Go all the way up. Nothing can stop him now, man. I know I'm getting carried away. It's garbage time, but everybody's excited about this young rookie, man. Draymond taking him under his wing, and you know he's honestly more physically gifted than Draymond could dream of. But if he can learn some of these intangibles, his IQ seems to be so high. He came in here and had a little display late in this game defensively. The timing, I think, is his elite characteristic. Caspi, the nice little pass. Caspi makes every right play. He may not execute it, but he tries to make the right play every time. Kerr very pleased this time. See, he's not going to get away with that little ball fake. The guys aren't going to jump at the jump shot there. But Cole Aldridge does not know the scouting report. Is he done? Is he done? No, he's not done. He steals it. How many dunks can you get in 1 minute, young man? Have some. I'm going to only give him a 5 on that, though. I thought we were going to get a windmill out of that. But Jordan Bell, I mean, and if you want to finish off the preseason or get a win, that's the way you get it. Steph Curry, 40 points in 3 quarters. Clay with 28. And then the rookie shows out. The only minus, really, I would say, was KD's little attitude and lackadaisical body language. We got one more preseason game against Sacramento, I believe, on Friday, October 17th, the Houston Rockets. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. I'm out, y'all.